Hello everyone. So today I wanted to answer one question asked on my channel. So I was thinking of just replying to the question, which I did by the way, and I think this is something that I really wanted to talk about because this is again a very common question that people ask. Now the question is, I'm trying to move components from one project to another project. Is there any approach in REST API or through a script? Well, the way components work in Jira, it is basically a project specific object. Now components are something that you can define if you need to within a project. So there is nothing like moving a component from one project to another project. Of course, you can have one component, or basically you can have two projects with the with the name of same component. I mean, basically, let's say in project A you have component like admin. You can have a similar component in another project, but this is something that you need to be aware of. And of course, you can do that by going to the project. So if you have Jira admin rights, or maybe if you have the project admin rights, you can always go to components and you can then create a component. And this is something which is project specific. As I mentioned before, it says here components are subsections of a project. Now when you create a component, let us say you want to let us say you want to break up your project into various smaller modules. So you can have a component name, of course, and then admin component, which is the description, and of course component lead, which may not be relevant, but the good thing about component feature is that you can actually have these components handled by different people within your team. And the advantage of using component lead is that when let us say an issue is created with that component selected, the component lead can become the default assignee. So this is something that can be done, but again, this is a project specific entity, and you can always create a new component in a different project. I think I have covered a few ways. I think the question was asked on my Jira REST API for beginners video. This is a problem with YouTube, that there is no way to search for the information. I mean, when you are, let us say, watching my video on REST API, and you have a question about how can we do this or something similar, it is a bit difficult. I mean, I recommend you to, of course, always come to my website and search for the information. So let me do one thing. Let me just take a look at my Jira REST API course. Nothing but different videos that I have collected. So I always try to consolidate my videos on the website, and let me also open my script now video for both server and also for cloud. And finally, I'll also open Jira Cloud Automation. So let us see if I have covered component in my videos. So if I look at my Jira Cloud Automation video playlist, or this particular course, I don't have anything for components, which is a bit strange because there should be. Let us take a look at the Mastering Jira REST API. And again, nothing here, which is again a bit sad, because I think I did cover it. But anyways, so I'll probably make sure that I talk about it. Maybe using a REST API, I'll probably create a component. And let me also take a look at my Jira, my script now for Jira for server. So there is a video called Create a Project Component, and also maybe one more. Let me just search again. There is one more. Okay, so get the list of projects. So I think this will work. So using these two scripts, you can first get the component from one project, and then using another script, you can create the same component with the same name, maybe in a different project. But of course, you have to do it. There is no copying of component. It is project specific. Let me also search my my REST API. No, not REST API, but Jira mastering script now for Jira for cloud. So no, I don't really have anything here as well. But this is something that I actually wanted to cover today, because I think a lot of people get confused with the concept of component. um, when you create a new issue, let us say when you click on the plus button on top, if there is a component configured for this particular project, for example, let us say this is a bug, and you create a new issue, you can select, of course, admin here. But this admin is, of course, a component within this project. So when you create an issue, although you may think that this particular component might be available in, or maybe maybe if you're thinking that let us create the same component in a different, or move it, there is no such thing. And if you also, let us say, move the issue itself, let us try to move the issue. And I'm, of course, still always struggling with the improved interface, or this view. So if you move it, let us say you want to move the issue to, let us try to find iOS. So iOS project, and I believe in the iOS project we do have bug. If you move it, let us see what happens. So it says component none. So basically there is no component defined in the new project, and it will tell you that component field will get empty. So because components are project specific and components are associated with the issues, if you move the issue, if you have a similar name component in a different project, then it might work. Let us see. So let us go to, I think while we're doing it, why not just try to create the component. Where is my iOS project? Let me open it, and we'll do this move again. So let us click on the issue, this one I believe, and at the same time I will open my iOS project, because if you do this move right now, it will of course clear the component field because there is no component. But if you go to the project, and if you also go to the components, let us create something similar, admin, and I'll probably leave the component leave as it is. So now we will try to move it again. Let us see what happens. It is always good to try. I think this is something, if you're learning something, I think always, just play with it. You will also, if you have any doubts about, or maybe you're not sure what will happen, you will come to know when you do this, when you get your hands dirty. So now you can see that because we have components defined, and you can actually change it as well. So right now, of course, it tried to match if you have like a similar component, but if you move it, or let us do one more thing. Let us create one more component in iOS project. Let us see. So design, if you create maybe 2 components, and if you try to move it again, and to be honest, this is something that I always do. This has been my approach. Play with it, try it out, and that is why you need like a Jira instance to play with. Let us move it again one more time, and come on, I was moving it to the same project and same issue type, which is not possible. Okay, this is fine now. Okay, so now you will notice here that admin, it tried to match admin, but you can also see design here, so you can also update if needed. Now if you do this move, it will of course not move the component, but it will try to map. It will basically move the issue with a component with same name. And I thought I'll probably talk about it in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.